Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do another page in Magcilal Dawn, and I'm going to do this page here. You may notice there's a few little details that I penciled in. I've decided that I'm not sure what this is and I don't want to make a odd thing here, so I'm going to make a moon over here, and if that's a halo I put one over here. Just kind of wrapping around his ear. And I've kind of raised a little bit of this wing here because we are twisting, and I think that one would be a little higher, so I'm going to kind of cut off some of these here, make them a little shorter so that the distance between here and here are the same. And I'm going to do the background in black. So we've got the acrylic black out, and I need to get a sheet of plastic here. So we're just going to acrylicize the back of the page, if I can get the black paint out. There we go. Okay, a little tiny bit of water in case that dries up. So we just add a little over here. I've got the big paintbrush out because we're going to be doing a lot of this page here. So we're just going to get it a little wetter and then kind of go for it. And we're going to black out all of the things in the background, along with going up to the side of the page over here. I think I might want to put a piece of paper behind there so I don't get it on the page behind. Be a good idea. Okay. So we're just going to go over this little thing here. Going to kind of try to leave the moon shape, but I'm not sure. I may go over it and just redraw it in there with a white pencil. So we'll see how far I get there. I hope you're all doing well. So, I mean, you've seen me do this before. Just going to put the paint down. I have a detail brush sitting next to me for the areas that aren't so big. We'll get this other side over here. It's nice and large too. Get a little more water on that. And then down here, I'll have to go in with the other brush. These are a lot of small little spots here. I don't want to mess up, but we are going to take off some of this. So it's about, I think how long, we'll take off about that much of those. And with the detail brush, I'll get those a little closer to the shape we want. Okay. And up here. Okay, I've had a lot of questions on how I get this smooth. I mean, that's as smooth as it gets. You'll see that it doesn't dry all that smooth. It just, when you can photo it and stuff, the paper lays down a little better. I do go over it to try to get rid of the built up portions of the paint because it is thick. There we go. But you'll have those little creases. I mean, it doesn't bother me any. Put a little bit more in there in Waterville and get this corner down here. Other questions is how do you get it so it doesn't buckle? You want to be very careful of the amount of water you put on here. I put water on it just so it's not a big clump. But there isn't enough water in the acrylic paint to get it to warp your page. You're the one who's adding water. So be very, very gentle and don't add too much. You're just getting it so it's a smooth, movable consistency. And then we got the little brush. So I can go around these little areas. I don't know if you can see that. Scoot the book up a little. This particular brush is a watercolor brush, but I use it. All my tools have to have multi-uses. We'll make that a little rounder at the end. It's a nice thing when you're doing a black background. You can always add or remove things. Your choice. Just going to kind of mimic the hairline here. And then our feather. Okay, keep going around doing the same thing. Okay. Go around those wings and make them round again at the bottom. Okay, get the bottom of that page. Okay, gonna have to turn the book. Get a little more detail up here. Okay, I'm going to turn it so I can get the other side. Yeah, I'll get it back in focus here in a minute. There. Okay. I'm gonna go down these. And then up here, like I said, I drew a line there. We're going to heighten that. Then we'll add like the little things with pencils when we get there. Go around this halo piece that I put in. I don't know what you see when you see the kitty cat, but I mean that either was a halo or a ray of light or something, so I just added one around his ear. I thought it was kind of cute. Okay, I'm going to turn it again. That needs a little more black in it. And yeah, his ear. This stuff dries when it's in the air, so I just keep adding water to it so it's not as dry. Fluff his ear up a little bit. Got a little earring there. And there we go. It's going to be kind of that shape. Be a little rounder, who knows. Okay. So just a few more little tips down here on his tail. And around this bow. Inside this portion of the bow. And there we go. Don't think that's straight, but yeah, we'll mess with that later. I have to get rid of that, so hold on. Okay, we're back. I'm going to try some of, I better put the lid back on here. This is acrylic ink, Amsterdam, it's white, titanium white. So I had gotten these for fun. We're going to see if they work here. I got a little sparkle on there for some reason. So I'm just going to take it and put a couple of dots here on the paper. Same brush I used with the black, except for now we're going to put this on this area and try to get rid of some of this black line. It may take a couple of coats. So we'll see. This will lay flatter. You can use acrylic paint on this too. I just wanted to see how this would do. Play with some stuff. So I'll let that dry. And we may need to put on at least another coat, but we'll see how that works. Let's see, what else are we going to do? Oh, I did change the eyes a little too. So while that's drying and this is all here, all I did was take my pencil and draw down a V shape from this to here, and then kind of went outside a little bit. So this area here will all be in black, and this will kind of be a color piece, and then the eyes. They're kind of done the same way as, well, cat eyes come. So I'm going to take the black pencil. I'm going to go right over this. This is a Prisma black. And then I'll show you what it looks like. So we come down both sides. So more of a V shape, I guess. Then we're going to bring a little line down on this side and this side. Same V kind of shape. Okay. We'll put little white colorations in the eyes later. Let's see. It's more or less dry. Let's get another coat on here. Now I'll be putting pencil over this too, and probably some, a lot of shading, so you're not going to see this come through when I'm done. I mean, that's pretty decent. I think that's good enough. We could go another little bit. Do there, smeared something. Just has to dry in between layers. Anything else that I need to do before we start coloring? Yes, while we're here, this comes in front of this ear. So we're going to take out that line and that line. Okay. I think that's good enough because I'm going to be coloring over that. So I'll let that finish drying. Anything else? Oh, yeah, this line over here. We have to take this line out. I'm sorry, and this line. And then this line, because we're going to draw in some feathers there. Or actually, we're just going to bring those feathers up is what we're going to do. Okay. Let that dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to start off with the moon up here. So I brought out the blues. Hopefully this is blue, blue indigo, Pretty sure this is Slate Blue. And this one is Sky Blue Light. So we're going to kind of make it dark here and the light coming down on this side. So the indigo will go down at the bottom. And if we need it to, we can come out a little bit and make this a little rounder. But we're going to put that down here first. Around the kitty, probably a little shadow back here. And then it is kind of a planet, so it's going to have different shadows in it. That's why I said it was okay not to have perfect coverage over there. We will be covering it up. Something like coming down here, more on this side, and then darker over on this side, just a little bit. Two reasons for that. We're making the halo kind of a white color, so we want a darker color here so it shows up. Okay, and then maybe just a little more the blue right across there. Okay, then we'll bring in, what if I have another slate blue? I'll use the side of it. It's got a crink on that side, so we're just trying to keep it kind of round. Put some of that color out here too. Okay, up here. We're going to tilt the book a little because I want it to go around this way. Okay, then we'll bring in the sky blue light. I'm going to sharpen that up. Kind of use it the same way. We can bring some of that up and make that a little rounder. Go up here, we'll bring in some white and do that too. Then we're just going to bring this color in. Just turn it a bit more so I can get this curve. Okay. Then we're going to go back in with the same colors. Make it a little darker down here. We're putting a little more pressure on this so we can get it burnished in there. We're going to add the white in on this side. So it's just a bit rounder there. Okay, I'm gonna get the brush over here. It works a little better. Mix that in with the sky blue light. And yeah, I have another. I think we're going to go through this, find out if we have another blue one in here. Not in that one. I'll pull out my backup. Ugh. Prismas. It's heavy. And we're looking for slate blue. Slate blue, yes. Awesome. Then we can move that one out of the way. And we'll add some of that in here. Okay, we'll bring in a little more of the indigo, just around up here. Remember, it's a planet, it doesn't have to look perfect. But we do want them to look kind of cool. So, just going to add a little bit more in here. Then we're going to throw a little black in it. Make sure we have the black. Going to darken it down here a little bit more. recycle a whole paper. Sorry about that. Go back in with the indigo. I'm just blending that out with my finger. Bring in the light blue. Not quite getting it how I want it, but it's getting there. That white I put up here is causing some problems. The ink, so it shows up a little more than I wanted it to. But that's okay, we'll work around it. Maybe I'll have to bring in a little, I'm blending it with my finger. Do you see how blue my finger is? Get that off. I think I'll bring in a little pan pastel. Oh, hold on. Okay, I got them out. This is the set I'm going to be using. It's called the Flower Coloring Kit number 2, Susan's Garden. And it has phthalo blue slate, phthalo blue tint in here, and those are the 2 colors I'm going to use. So just the blues to go with our blues. I do think I have a white somewhere. Those are tints. Yeah, I do. I have a white somewhere. It's just I'm not happy with the stuff I put down in the first place, so I'm just going to cover it up and then I'll have to go spray it. So we've got the light blue tint here and then the blue. This is a turquoise and so is this. We're not going to use those. We're just going to stick with our blue tones. So it's kind of like the slate blue here. Add that in, or the indigo. It's nice and dark. It'll cover up that little spot there. I want the blending. I don't have a blending here. Okay, my blending medium is what I was after. It just blends a little easier. It's got a lot of brown in it, so we have to clean that out. Let's see, one of these sponges, just wipe it out. There we go. It just helps blend the color around. So we're going to take some of that blue, stick it in there. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. You're supposed to put it on something else. We'll get some of that light blue in here. I'll put that in there. Just kind of make this look a little more planet type. And then when I spray it, I can go back over it with pencil. And we'll cover up that acrylic ink that I don't suggest you use, that I used. Okay. How does that look? There we go. And then I'll come back and go over it with pencil. So you don't have to do this step if you did not put down the stuff that I put down. I don't like the stuff I put down. Just going to take a little of that and soften up that curve. Whee. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to spray it with a fixative so I can go back over that with pencil and make it look like I intended it to look in the beginning. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And it's dry. It does put a little shine on the paper. So we'll just have to skip looking at that part. We're going to go over with the Prisma, bring the white down, try to make that. I'm going to have to turn this light on because it's glowing way too much on the paper. I'm going to go around and make that more of a circle. Okay, dust this off with a little brushy here. Go in with a little of the blue. This is the, what is it, on the slate blue. And then the, should have got out another one of these too. Sky blue light. Put that in here too. Bring that out a little bit. There we go. I think that looks all right. Might go around that with a little bit of a Posca. So that is our planet. More of the blue. Indigo blue. I like how that ended up swirling there. Okay, so we're leaving it alone. Don't touch it anymore. Moving on. Okay, we're going to put white in here. Just make sure that it looks like I want it to. go around. All right. All right, so we have our blue element. We were gonna make this little bow down here blue too. So we're just gonna take the indigo and put it down in here. And we'll bring in the slate blue. I forgot to do the little knot. And of course this area here. Okay, back with the slate blue. In with the sky blue light. Back in with the indigo to sharpen that. Darken the darkest points. Okay, tiny bit of black. Just around the bow. Back in with the indigo to go over that black so it doesn't look too black. And a tiny bit of white. Just as a highlight. And there we go. Little bow. Now if you don't like these little black spots, you can go over those again with the paint. If you go over it with the pencil, you're going to notice it. So I just go over it again with the paint. So we have our two blue areas here. I have to figure out what color I want to do the kitty cat. It's either going to be pink or it's going to be purple or it's going to be green. So, I mean, I have to think about that. And then wings. I thought I'd do the wings in purple, kind of a purple going into a pink. We might have a white kitty and just have the very light blues going around him. That might be pretty. So let's get out some purple. Purple should be on the bottom half if pink's going to be on the top half. So we have the black grape, the Parma Violet, and the gray lavender. Hopefully I don't need too much of that, right? Okay, so feathers. I need a sharper point than that because we need to put feather fluffs. Fluffs. What do you want to call the fluff part of the feather? Oh, hold on a second. Okay, we're going to start down here at the bottom. We have a line that's coming down, so we want to bring that kind of down here. And then we're going to pull the purple up this way. This may change. The Parma, just kind of going up the same. Okay, and then the gray lavender. Like I said, this might change, I'm not sure. It's always fun coloring and filming at the same time and you're not sure what you're doing. We're going to bring in a little white. We're going to make sure the tip is clean because it was in blue. And we don't want it blue anymore. So just going to bring that down on one side here. Bring back in the black grape. Just bring in some lines that come up for the feather. Go up on the other side a little bit too, just a little. Keep a sharp point. So keep turning the pencil. Just kind of going where those little lines come down, and we're going to bring those lines up. Make some up here. Kind of go down that line, and then bring some up on the other side. And then darken that line and the tip. So it kind of resembles a feather. Okay, I can get you down a little closer and you can see what it's doing. So follow that line down and darken it here. And we have to put the other colors on before we go into too much. So then the Parma on that side. Gray lavender. And the white. I swear it still has blue in it. And then we'll go back in with the black grape and just add in some lines and darken the tip. Okay, so we're going to do that on all of them, and I'll be back when it's all done. How's that? I got a whole other side to do. So you know how I was doing those? We're going to do these just kind of the opposite. We'll put the dark on this side. Down a little so you can see what's going on up here. Okay. The Parma Violet. Great lavender. The pencil is a little short. And then the white. That is not white. Then the white. And then we pull back in the black grape and pull in our lines. I'm gonna have to sharpen it again. I'm sorry, not tucking. Just trying to get my little line straight, going in the right direction. Okay, there we go. So far we've got feathers, a tail, and a planet. Okay, we're going to take some of this purple and we're going to, oh baby, we're going to put it up here in the halo area. So that is the Parma Violet. The gray lavender. Without the cat hair. This guy doesn't even have hair yet. He's shedding already. And then we'll go in with the black raspberry or black grape. Just go on the edge here. And then we'll throw in a little white in there. There we go. Okay. Now, kitty cat. Well, these little bits and bobs here. I have to get out a pen and bring those lines up. So hopefully this pen will work. Okay, we're gonna there we go. Just going to round that off a little more. Okay. This little bit up here we're going to do in the purple too. So let's move those raspberries out of the way for a second. Kind of like the halo. We're just going to go with the black grape here. Then go in with the Parma Violet. And then the great lavender. There we go. So that brings our purple up. Now we're going to do the pink down in here. Looks like I might have to bring some purple down from up here. Oh, that piece might belong to that piece. This piece belongs to that piece. This piece doesn't. This one goes up here. That one goes to that. There we go. I think that's about right. Darken these up a little bit over here. All right, pink. So we got the black raspberry, and like on everything, every other one of these is going to be dark on the top and light on the bottom. Is that part of that or not? I'm going to make it part of that one. Okay. Skip it. Go to this one. Okay. Secondary color is going to be the clay rose. And then the light peach, right? Peach light. Okay, go back and just blend those a little better. Sometimes that peach doesn't like to blend with these. And then darken the darkest spots. Okay, the ones we haven't done, we're going to go backwards. So the dark on the bottom. Clay rose. And then the peach. And boom. And we're going to do this sort of the same up here at the top. We're just going to darken this side of these. Okay. Then go in with the clay rose. And then the peach. Okay, we're going to do that all the way across. I'm going to do that off camera. That's a lot of little colorings, but both sides will be done the same way. Then we'll go back in and just darken that one side. With a black raspberry again. Just like that. Okay, so I'll get that done and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're done with the red or pink, whatever you want to call it. Now I did take my finger and rub a little bit just underneath that purple and bring that color down, but left these little tips alone. Then I'm going to take my finger and run it up the purple here and just let it blend on its own. Okay, I do work a lot with my fingers, so it's habit on my part, sorry. Okay, so now we have the blue moon, the purple and pink wings, and the little blue tail. And I'm going to have to call it for right now, and then in part 2 we will do the rest of the kitty and the gems and a background on this also. So I will see you guys in part 2. I hope you're enjoying. Bye now. Take care, everyone.